Hello everybody, in today's literacy you have been making a description of your own Viking warrior using adjectives and verbs. To finish off with today, you're going to write a short poem using adverbs. Now, as we know, adjectives are describing words for nouns. The blue tunic, the red shield, the solid helmet or the sharp sword. Verbs are doing words. Adverbs are describing words for verbs. So how you do something. To help me choose an adverb, I'm just going to think through some things that Vikings did. Well, we know that they farmed, they explored, they raided, amongst other things. So I have to choose what I'm going to think about. I think I'm going to focus on raiding. Okay, so Vikings raided. Now, what did they do when they raided? Well, they stole, they attacked, they looted, they killed, they captured, and I'm sure you could think of many more things that they did. The next thing I'm going to think about is how they did those things. So killed, looted, captured, attacked, stole. What would be a good adverb for those? Well, they could do those things fiercely, mercilessly, bravely. Okay, you can come up with a few adverbs and then choose the one which you want to use for your poem. I think I'm going to choose mercilessly. So my poem is going to be called Mercilessly. Yesterday in your writing tips for narrative writing involving Vikings, one of the things that you did was you thought up a fearsome Viking character or warrior of your own, and you can have that warrior in mind whenever you're thinking of today's poem, because that will help you to imagine what your warrior is like and the things he might do and how he might do them. Now, I've chosen mercilessly for my adverb, and I'm going to think now of some of the things that he did mercilessly, and I'm going to try and think of really exciting verbs, different verbs, to describe what he did. Now, if we think back to our planning, we thought of a few verbs already: killed, looted, captured, attacked, stole. So I'm going to try now and use those to perhaps come up with some more and some more exciting ones. So mercilessly, we said he killed, so let's think of a different word, a synonym for that, as exciting as we can. So what about slaughtered? The Vikings were pretty ruthless. Now I'm going to write this poem in the present tense, so I'm changing it to the present tense. So instead of slaughtered or killed, I'm writing slaughters. We said that he stole. Let's think of a better word. This is where your thesaurus could come in useful. I'm going to do plunders. Mercilessly he plunders. I can also use some of the words that I had before, of course, as well. So I think I'm going to put captures, maybe attacks, and let's say wounds. And now what I'm going to do is expand on those a little more. So mercilessly he plunders. What does he plunder? Well, he could plunder jewels. And let's add in a little extra information to make our writing more exciting, like you've been practicing in your grammar activities recently. So he plunders jewels from monks, and we could probably add an adjective in there to make that even better. So not just monks, but I could write, I could describe the monks using an adjective from innocent monks. And I would think through I've chosen 5 verbs here. You can choose 5 if you like, or 4, maybe if you can't think of 5, or even more. I'm sure some of you can think of lots and lots. of verbs that you could use. And I'm going to go around the rest of those now, and I'm going to come up with some more ideas to match my adverbs. Okay, so I took some time and I came up with some more ideas for my adverbs. So, mercilessly he captures slaves to take back to Scandinavia. Mercilessly he slaughters anyone who gets in his way. Mercilessly he attacks the island monastery with his fellow Norse warriors. Mercilessly he laughs at the burning monastery as he sails away on his menacing longship. Now you might notice that before this word was wounds, but I thought that was too similar to attacks and slaughter, so I changed it. And that's the whole reason why we plan our writing, so we can make little changes to it and improve it as we go along before we actually write the final poem. We can't just go straight into writing our poems because it won't be our best work. Now that I have come up with all of my adverbs, and I've come up with some actions to go with them, and I've described those actions as well in more detail, I'm going to order them. So what would make the most sense in terms of what comes first in my poem? Well, mercilessly he attacks the island monastery with his fellow Norse warriors. I think that'll be first, because then we'll go into what he actually does during the attack. Mercilessly he plunders jewels from innocent monks. I think that would make the most sense to come next. Mercilessly he slaughters anyone who gets in his way. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think I'll put mercilessly he captures slaves to take back to Scandinavia third. Mercilessly he slaughters anyone who gets in his way. And last of all has to be when he's sailing away, so I'll put this as number 5. Then mercilessly he laughs at the burning monastery as he sails away on his menacing longship. Now I can write my poem in an order that makes sense, so let's see what that looks like. So here we have the finished product, and as you can see in a poem, first of all, just the layout, we take a line in between each line of our poem so that it's set out nice and neatly and it's easy to read. Mercilessly he attacks the island monastery with his fellow Norse warriors. Mercilessly he plunders precious jewels from innocent monks. Mercilessly he captures terrified slaves to take back to Scandinavia. Mercilessly he slaughters anyone who gets in his way. Mercilessly he laughs at the burning monastery as he sails away on his menacing longship. Now, if you're really paying careful attention, you might notice that I've added a couple more adjectives in, even at this late stage when I'm doing my final piece. I added in precious jewels and terrified slaves. I just thought a little adjective there would make my writing a little more exciting, so I added those in even as I was typing up my final version, which is what you can do too. So it's important that you read it and think about it as you go along to see if you can improve it in any way. So choose your adverb. Think of some actions to go with it, describe what's happening, make it as exciting as you can, and we'll see what you come up with. And if you want to add in a little picture at the bottom of your piece like I did, you're welcome to do that as well. Good luck.